You can be stuck without a paddle up some shitty creek or glen. You can be stuck inside a mobile with the Memphis Blues again. But I was stuck inside the office, and boys, there's nothing worse than being trapped behind your desk and you dying of the thirst. I was gagging for a gargle, I was dreaming of a dram, I was panting for a pint, I was a shadow of a man, and when the clock hit 5, by God, I was the first to make it out that door. I had to kill that thirst. Down the street and round the corner I saw a wondrous sight. There's the bright lights of the pub, like a beacon in the night. My heart was palpitating, my head was throbbing sore, my hand was fairly trembling as I ran up to the door, and the money in my hand I was shaking off my coat. Any second now, I'd have that first pint down my throat. When, from the darkest shadows and into the doorway, a terrifying spectre stepped up to block my way. Who was this Cape Crusader come to stop my run? No, not Darth Vader, a holy Catholic nun. Hand held up to hold me, eyes like burning coal. A message from the Lord, save your mortal soul. Denounce the demon drink, the devil's own black silk, Beelzebub's concoction, Satan's buttermilk. Think about your family and the state that they are in, while you stand in a public bar, knocking back the gin. And what about your wife, who works and slaves throughout the year? The only thanks she gets is you knocking back the beer. And what about your children, who need feed and clothing every day? What hope for their future when you piss it all away? I said, hold it, sister. It's not as simple as you think. Have you yourself never felt the temptation of a drink? Her eyes recoil in horror. Do not know that us nuns all have sworn eternal abstinence from the demon alcohol. If you've never had a drink, I said, sister, can't you see your arguments against lack all credibility? It would be more persuasive if you had one sup. You could say to alcoholics, I used to drink, but now I've given up. This came as quite a shock. She took a while to think. Are you seriously suggesting that I should have a drink? Every drink that's taken, us nuns know right well, is another cobblestone on the black highway down to hell. She took some more persuading, but at last she understood that she should have just one drink for the sake of greater good. Then she swore a solemn oath before God and all men that once she'd had that drink, she'd never ever drink again. And then she stood aside and let me through the door. I had a deeper thirst than I'd ever felt before. I ordered up my pint, and then just one thing more, a little double gin for that nun outside the door. The barman poured the gin and said, you'll have to take it steady. That nun outside the door's had 6 double gins tonight already.